I mean, I'd love to play with Spider-Man. Tom Holland is amazing. You can't hurt him. You can hit him as hard as you want.
It's definitely getting harder as I'm getting older.
There's a moment in Hollywood when a promotional gag stops being harmless fun and turns into complete studio chaos, and Ryan Reynolds may have just crossed that line. At San Diego Comic-Con, Reynolds appeared in a slate gray and black denim Deadpool suit, joking about his Canadian tuxedo and describing the custom color scheme as Jean Grey. On the surface, it sounded like classic Ryan Reynolds humor, cleverly mixing denim jeans with one of the most recognizable X-Men characters. But behind the scenes, that simple joke reportedly sent shockwaves through the production of the upcoming Spider-Man film, triggering frustration among producers and leaving star Tom Holland reportedly unhappy that his movie's carefully planned spotlight had been disrupted. For months, Marvel Studios had reportedly been protecting one of its most sensitive secrets, the casting of Sadie Sink and her rumored debut as a major telepathic mutant. Marketing plans were allegedly built around saving that reveal for the perfect moment, allowing Holland and his castmates to dominate the conversation without the story being overshadowed by a major mutant crossover. Yet with a single microphone, a playful joke, and a fake Pantone color reference, Reynolds managed to capture the internet's attention and ignite a media frenzy that threatened to overshadow months of carefully planned promotion for the web-slinger's latest solo adventure. What makes the situation even more explosive is that this may not simply be about one clever pun. It highlights a larger debate inside Marvel over how much creative freedom its biggest stars should have when promoting interconnected projects. Reynolds has spent years building a reputation for unconventional, guerrilla-style marketing, and this latest stunt may have pushed that freedom further than the studio ever expected. Self-referential humor and breaking the fourth wall have become a major part of Ryan Reynolds' brand, helping transform Deadpool into a multi-billion-dollar global phenomenon. But the Marvel Cinematic Universe operates very differently, functioning as an intensely interconnected network of stories, carefully coordinated release schedules, and strict contractual secrecy. When a major star begins operating like a rogue agent, dropping hints that appear to line up with online leaks and fan theories just as another flagship movie is approaching theaters, it can threaten the carefully constructed architecture of the entire franchise. Reports from inside the studio suggest that some high-level executives are increasingly concerned about Reynolds' unpredictable promotional style, recognizing that traditional NDAs and media training may not stop him when he sees an opportunity to create a viral moment. Because of his enormous digital reach, even a seemingly harmless joke can send millions of fans dissecting every word, turning speculation into what the public perceives as confirmation. The relationship between Tom Holland and Reynolds has often been portrayed as a playful and competitive brotherhood, but behind the scenes, the situation becomes much more complicated when corporate priorities enter the picture. Holland has spent years under enormous pressure as the face of the Spider-Man franchise, enduring intense media scrutiny while carrying the difficult responsibility of protecting major plot twists. After early career slip-ups made him notorious for accidental spoilers, he has worked hard to prove that he can keep Marvel's biggest secrets. So watching another veteran actor step onto one of the world's biggest stages and seemingly add fuel to an already raging rumor mill could understandably feel frustrating for someone who has spent years following strict confidentiality rules. Sources close to the production reportedly claim that Holland was deeply disappointed by the way the attention shifted away from the central Spider-Man storyline, replacing genuine anticipation for the film with speculation surrounding a potential mutant connection. The film's actual narrative is now being pushed further into the background as social media becomes consumed with endless debates over possible mutant appearances, surprise cameos, and Deadpool connections. The result is a promotional environment where the work of the director, writers, and lead actors risks becoming secondary, serving merely as the foundation for Reynolds' next viral joke. And the reported frustration doesn't stop with Holland. As news of the Comic-Con stunt spread throughout the wider Marvel ensemble, industry insiders allegedly claimed that several important cast members involved in upcoming crossover projects were quietly encouraged by production teams to be more careful about what they discussed around Reynolds during joint promotional appearances. The concern is simple: any plot detail, potential cameo, or casual story discussion could become material for Reynolds' next advertising campaign, interview, or social media stunt. That possibility has reportedly created an unusually cautious atmosphere, with actors becoming increasingly reluctant to discuss future storylines, even with fellow cast members, because something mentioned casually could eventually appear in a viral video or comedic promotional post. Marvel's legendary secrecy has always depended heavily on trust between its actors and creative teams, but Reynolds' relentless commitment to his own unconventional brand has reportedly raised questions about whether that trust is beginning to weaken. Some insiders now wonder whether his involvement in the larger universe creates more complications for studio coordination than benefits. Yet despite the chaos reportedly unfolding in executive offices and private conversations between representatives, there is an undeniable irony. The movie at the center of the controversy is performing exceptionally well. Audiences are turning out in massive numbers. Pre-sales are reportedly breaking records across multiple markets, and fans are filling theaters without knowing anything about the tense behind-the-scenes situation involving some of the studio's biggest stars. For viewers, the focus remains on the movie itself, the storytelling, the emotional weight of Holland's performance, and the experience unfolding on the big screen. Holland's performance, along with the subtle introduction of new elements into the larger universe, has reportedly earned strong praise from both critics and casual audiences. Yet despite that success, nearly every interview during the press tour seems to circle back to the same questions: Ryan Reynolds, the denim suit, his Jean Grey comments, and whether a major crossover could be on the horizon. Instead of using valuable promotional time to celebrate their own film, the cast is repeatedly forced to address speculation surrounding another actor's publicity stunts. For even the most experienced Hollywood veteran, that kind of situation could quickly become exhausting. Looking at the broader history of Marvel Studios, this incident could represent a significant turning point in how the company manages its biggest stars as the cinematic universe enters its next era. During the MCU's early years, actors operated under highly controlled promotional structures, with strict contracts and carefully coordinated media strategies designed to maintain a unified public image and keep attention focused on the larger story. But as Marvel expanded and began working with megastars who already possessed powerful personal brands and enormous media influence, the balance of power gradually shifted. Stars like Reynolds gained the ability to use their own platforms to shape public perception in real time, often generating enormous engagement and publicity for their projects. While that strategy can produce extraordinary online attention and potentially boost box office performance, it also creates a difficult problem for the studio. Marvel no longer has complete control over how its own stories are discussed or distributed across the public conversation. The fallout surrounding the Comic-Con incident serves as a powerful reminder that when an individual star's influence begins to overshadow the collective brand, the studio must find a delicate balance between creative freedom, personal marketing power, and protecting the larger narrative it has spent years building. When individual star power overtakes studio discipline, the resulting media storm can escalate almost instantly, leaving executives and fellow cast members scrambling to develop a damage control strategy. As the press cycle eventually begins to cool and box office figures settle, Marvel Studios faces a critical decision over how it handles its most unpredictable talent moving forward. The controversy surrounding Reynolds' Jean Grey stunt has exposed potential weaknesses in the way the studio balances individual character promotion with the unity of its larger ensemble. It demonstrates how even a seemingly harmless joke can create significant consequences for carefully planned, multi-million-dollar marketing campaigns. Whether Marvel responds by introducing stricter contractual guidelines, increasing oversight of promotional appearances, or simply reducing joint media events remains uncertain. What does seem clear is that the era of completely unrestricted promotional freedom for major stars may be coming to an end. Tom Holland and his team have demonstrated that strong storytelling, compelling performances, and a well-crafted cinematic experience can still capture audiences worldwide despite the surrounding noise. At the same time, patience for unpredictable marketing tactics within Marvel's inner circle may be wearing thin. From this point forward, every joke, every costume choice, and every seemingly casual comment could receive unprecedented scrutiny. Marvel will likely be more determined than ever to maintain control over its promotional strategy and ensure that no individual star's publicity campaign overwhelms the story, the project, or the contributions of the rest of the cast.